What's going on? So, what do I think about this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees who got in? And, it's still a whitewash show. Like, for me, Kool and the Gang should have long ago been in. I don't know why it just now took this long for Kool and the Gang, as much as they've been sampled and looped and big as they were. Why you got to be a black funk, jazz, fusion, R&B pop band, and it takes 60, 90 years when the common sense should have said they should have been in like, oh, 20 years ago? Why so long? Makes no sense to me. As influential as they were, man, it makes no sense. Other artists getting in, I'm naming some Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville. He was big. It's kind of funny how they let him in after he passed, though, to give or take him. Cher, I'm not a big Cher fan, but I will say that if you factor in her all the songs she had with Sonny Bono, she had some big hits. But she said just last December she didn't care if they give her $1 million about going in. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting how that turns out. She's always had a lot to say. And she is a colorful character. I will give her that. Be interesting what she got to say about the politics. Real interesting. She had some okay songs. She wasn't much of a singer, but she had a couple songs I like, but I don't know if that's Hall of Fame. But she is a precursor to Jennifer Lopez. Keep that in mind if they get Jennifer Lopez in 10, 15 years. You heard it here first. Mary J. Blige, can't really argue because the queen of hip hop soul, early 90s, her impact was big, big. You think about it. She had big time impact. So it's no denying that she's one of those acts that you can't deny it to an extent. Most of my favorite stuff with her is back then, but you can't deny Mary's impact. Peter Frampton, that's long overdue. I mean, between his guitar playing and Frampton Comes Alive and all that, I mean, that's kind of overdue. He was a very talented dude. I liked a lot of his songs. I can't understand what took them so long with him. That's strange. Foreigner, they're a good band. I don't know about Hall of Fame. They had some big hits. Dave Matthews Band, Frat Boy College, they had some hits for their audience. I always thought of them as like a Junior Whopper, Bruce Springsteen, East Street Band, but their era lets them in. Not that big of a fan on them, but I do understand their popularity. I remember in the 90s they were big. Dionne Warwick, that should have happened like many moons ago. Many moons ago. Don't understand why just now with anything but Dionne Warwick. You talking about one of the most important artists ever. And impact. Norman Whitfield getting songwriter, that again. Biggest songs he wrote. See, they always funny time with black artists, especially in R&B, soul, funk. They always late. Big Mama Thornton, Hound Dog. Everybody think Elvis came up with that? No, Big Mama Thornton, pioneer, black woman, guitar player. You better recognize if you don't. Tribe Called Quest. Me and hip hop is kind of funny when it comes to these things because I'm like, really? I mean, there's a lot of more black R&B artists who should have got in before a lot of these rappers do. Q-Tip has had his impact, but come on now. Where's Rick James at? I mean, come on now. The Barry White ain't in there. The Commodore should be in there. I got a lot of R&B, funk, and black acts that musicians who Tribe sampled and covered who should have been before any hip-hop acts, unless you're an Irish hip-hop act. And I don't look at Tribe Called Quest as an Irish hip-hop act because I got other hip-hop acts that I have before them, just keeping it 100. Susan DePass, who was a creative consultant in Motown, yeah, she definitely deserves. She had a big time impact over there, And this is the kind of thing they do. So there was people who didn't make it this year. It makes for people to debate. I have people that I think should have long ago been in there. Rick James, Ohio Players, Rufus and Shaka Khan as a band. I can name a lot of R&B funk. They haven't even begun to give them their due. And it's still lily white for my liking and taste. And I don't watch that racist garbage. I don't think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because I think Etta James said it best. If you know your history of the music, not these ignorant folks who be hating on with Beyonce doing a country song or two, or these don't know nothing. They should be asking black people, do you believe that we belong in your Hall of Fame? Not the other way around. Etta James had it right. because black folks created rock and roll. Every style part of it came from R&B music. They whitewashed everything. And that's why they have the whack racist Rolling Stone and people up here telling you, well, we'll decide if you meet our merits. And then sometimes they put people in, they're mediocre anyway. It ain't the best of the best. But it gets a lot of hoopla and hype for an agenda. But they don't put the people that should be in there. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. And I do respond, thank you, wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for the other people that are long overdue. Because Kool and the Gang, Dionne Ward, Norman Whitfield, that should have been like years ago. Years ago. Big Mama Thornton Susan in the past too. I'm going to keep it 100 on that. I'm out.